Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, so the judge grants XRP holders status to assist in future legal briefings. Ladies, gentlemen, what you are witnessing is biblical. Not just for Ripple, for the entire crypto industry. Having legal clarity, having that understanding at such a high level, being the first to become the first to have that legal clarity, concrete, in stone, and to now have the XRP community involved in this process, wow, that is huge. What a community. What a community we have. Now, Ripple has locked in another major victory as a judge has given XRP holders more power in the ongoing case. And this news has traveled far and wide. It is massive. Now, on other news that we've got going on today, FX Street was saying Ripple failure to break out opens room for 20% drop. I love these guys because 1 minute they're putting this out, and I'm fairly certain, tomorrow they'll put out something else again, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, right? Never trust one source. That is probably the biggest advice that I can give you. Never trust just one source to get your information, because these guys are generally, on average, 24 to 48 hours behind. On average. Now, SEC pushes back against Ripple's flawed search on evidence on XRP. The recordings are the best undue related evidence of Ripple's and individuals' defendants' views, treatment, and marketing of XRP during relevant time periods. So, SEC are fighting back, but really, to be honest, there's nothing to fight back about, right? There's nothing to fight back about. This is as good as done. As good as done. All we're waiting for now is fine details, because it is literally a matter of time. Now, the news of the judge allowing XRP holders to assist in the court case has traveled far and wide. It is going viral everywhere. And we'll go over what does that mean? How are we going to all-time highs? Why are we going to all-time highs in October? Why October, right? Out of all the months. Can we go to all-time highs even if the case is still going? We'll go over that. We'll go over all the possibilities. But we have every single reason to believe at the moment, based on the charts, that there is a very strong case for the all-time high to happen in October. And we'll go over that. We'll go over all of that. And remember, as always, it is one person's opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll show you what I'm seeing. And then it maybe perhaps you and I can come to the same conclusion after you do your own research. Now, global CBDC bridge needs public and private cooperation, says BIS. So cooperation between public and private sectors would be vital for the global CBDC systems. And I agree. You do need everyone to be on board with the same vision. You can't have the public sector saying, yes, we're pro, and the private sector saying, no, we're not. So they both have to come. And this takes time. And that's one thing that I find retail investors just seem to lack in abundance. You guys are not patient. You need more patience. Time. We'll go over the industry. We'll go over the entire market cap. Everything. We will cover everything. And why the potential is there for an all-time high. Now, this kind of stuff gets me really excited. When you look at this, when you look at how well it's holding on the weekly, that there is very, 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 very bullish. Bullish. One of the reasons I'm excited today to talk to you. Now, cross-border payments. Now, the cross-border payments and ISO 20022, there is a major breakthrough that has come through on that. And I will go over what that means how that can impact, and what are some of the things to look out for. Because in the coming days and weeks, I will be talking about all the cryptocurrencies that are related to ISO 20022. Because from today's news, it's very, very good news. Now, we all knew this was going to happen sooner or later, but now have public commitment by the feds. So the feds have said, the Federal Reserve Board announces the reserve banks will adopt a new message format for the FedWire. ISO 20022. This is very, 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 very bullish for all the cryptos involved in ISO 20022. Very, very bullish. Did we know that this was coming? Yes, we knew that this was coming. It was just a matter of time. That's the thing. When you do your research, we started to talk about this in March. Some of you forget, or you want to forget, because you doubt. You don't, you not have that confidence in what you're in. But ISO 20022 was started to be covered on this channel in March. How do I know? I made the content. I know. In March, we started to talk about this. We also started to talk about green and how green blockchains will be better off when regulations kick in. All starting to sound familiar? Don't forget this stuff, because this stuff is important. If you need to, write it down. Now, after the lawsuit XRP $100 to $130, first regulated digital currencies, and David Schwartz from Ripple has given a hint that the XRP price will shoot to $100 to $130 in just one day. Now, David Schwartz hints are 100% accurate after his tweet, "Market pumps hard or dumps hard." I love David Schwartz. This is what XRP Captain 590 has said. Now, I will say this. This kind of stuff is dangerous. These kind of posts are very, very dangerous. I am personally not of this opinion. I repeat, I am not of this opinion. It's these type of tweets that make it very, very confusing for the market. He could well be right, David Schwartz. But that is such a crazy idea to contemplate. To go out publicly and tell this many people on Twitter is very dangerous, because people then will start to make their own decisions based on things like this, which that there is an astronomical number. Astronomical number. I'm not going to pay too much attention anymore to this. I'm not going to pay too much more attention to this, but be mindful of when you see stuff like this, right? I've always said that we can go 14, we'll go double digits, and then we will go to triple digits. But it takes time. The fact that it could go in one day, I personally am not of that opinion. Now, the XRP community might go down in history as the community that saved the entire crypto market from the SEC. Do you know what? I agree. Let's jump into it, Tanya. Let's have a look at some indicators. Okay, so as we begin to look at the charts, we're looking in particular at the moment on the daily. We can see very clear, bullish, MACD on the rise. We're looking at Bitcoin at the moment, at the time of making this, and it's looking like it's making another run yet again to break the 50,000. So very, very, very interesting times. We're all paying very, very close attention to this. Now, we are 2.35% up for the day. So, of course, the MACD on the hourly is sitting at bullish. But when we zoom out a little bit further, we go into the 4 hour. The 4 hour hasn't quite yet turned into a bullish segment, but it is starting to, right? It's not too far away. It's not too far away. Now, when we look at the 12 hour, there is a clear gap, right? It is bullish. It's moving very fast. So what can we tell, right? When we zoom out, we can see that the MACD is bullish on both. So it's bullish on the 12 and it's bullish on the daily. When we look at the 4 hour, it's still not yet bullish. And really what we're waiting for at the moment is to see that Bitcoin pushes past 50,000 and continues to rally forward. When Bitcoin slows down, then the old coins will start to pump and they'll start to go very far. So we're waiting for two things. We're either waiting for Bitcoin to reject 50,000 again, which it could. And then in that case, then the prices will slow down for a little bit until it goes to try and make another run again at 50,000 beyond. Or in the next 12 hours, we start to see the market rally hard. And we start to see the prices really start to kick off the market, which when we spoke about this on Sunday, we did say that Tuesday was the day that things were about to get crazy and about to kick off in a very big way. So for me personally, looking at the charts and looking at what's going on at the moment, I think we're going to smash through the 50,000 for Bitcoin, and then the altcoins are going to start to go crazy when Bitcoin slows down. Because at the moment, Bitcoin's going to swallow everything up, and then when it plateaus, then it'll kick off. But let's jump and have a look at some drawings. So as we begin to look at the charts, of course, we need to understand and talk about where, right? How we're going to get there? How is this 330 or 380 to be precise will be broken? And we're looking at the formations that have been occurring, the accumulation that has been happening over a large period of time, and it's about to blow up. Like, it is literally about to take off. And the first moves that will happen will take us straight towards the $3 mark, and it will happen over a couple of days. So it's not going to be, like quick. It's not going to be like an hour. It will happen over a period of days, but we're really, really going to start to see the price action really, really take off. Now, what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at what happened back in 2017 for Bitcoin and what happened for XRP up until now. And what I can see here is from around the 18th onwards, if it follows this precisely, then by the time we get to almost the end of the month, we should be at about 370, 380. Can it happen? We will wait and see. As always, it is one person's opinion, and it's one person's opinion, right? So I'm interpreting this in my way. I just want to be very, very clear that I'm interpreting the charts in my way, and your job is to interpret the charts in your way. Because there is another scenario where people talk about 330 happening nowhere near up until middle of November and beyond. So you can see how all of us interpret things in our own separate ways. So I just want to be clear that you guys understand that. But I think what we're about to see is a monster ride to double digits. Honestly, it will be phenomenal. Once we go above 220, consolidate above 220, it's going to be an incredible couple of months coming up, because from a technical perspective, it looks like this rocket ship is well and truly ready for takeoff. And if I've interpreted the charts right, the end of October will break the previous all-time high. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.